It is time to go racing on the Bristol half mile. However, it's a little bit different than normal. We're here at the dirt surface of Bristol. This is the Sharpie Dirt 500. We did this last season, great racing. How will this season provide for some great racing? Griffin Lynn, a champion of the Gatorade Cup Series, on pole for tonight's race. 2 out of 10 second, a veteran of the series, Jonathan Buford, this 77. Then third place, all-star winner Eli Bright. Fourth place is Zachary DeLello, and the winner of this race last season, Luke Rainey, runs at the top 5. Bronson off his Pepsi 600 win starts 6th. 7th place is the Brickyard 400 winner Nathan Green. 8th place is points leader Max Rossi. In 9th place is Antonin Charlebois. And Jake Richardson in the 39 rounds out the top 10. Back behind them for the rest of the field, Leon Capana. 2 inside the 9 of Brandon Beal. Then we have Levi Jones the 14 and the 78 of Jay Jefferson, with John Smith the 00 and the 18 of Trey Rainey. Then there's Jeff Bright the 5 and the 11 of Jake Galloway, with the 19 of Riley Sampson and the 88 of Anthony Fox. Then we have Freddie Soto and Evan Hunter the 6, with Casey Nanico and William Bolin the 31. Then there's Derek Hamill and Sebastian Kukulan, with Steve Morgan and teammate Brett Sierra. Then there's Keyshawn Richardson and his teammate Michael Gregory the 33. Carter Friesen behind the 2 RCR teammates, another teammate Scott Gregory. Then there's Jonathan Rains and Anthony Nunes the 48, with Tyler Fink and second in the points Roman Fenway, Code Luigi, Zach Fitzwater Sr., Marshall Burrow and TJ Hanley. And in the final row, third in points Riley Spraytube, and the 1 of Diego Yepez starts 42nd here tonight in Bristol. So there's our 4-2 car field for racing at the dirt surface here in Bristol. I was going to track stand, fire these engines up.
Drivers, start your engine!
42 cars get rolling for racing at the dirt surface here in Bristol, Tennessee. 75 laps. Our point starts inside the top 10 as the 2 chasing him and points start at the back of the field. Lynn Buford take the green flag. We're racing in the Sharpie Dirt 500. Griffin Lynn out front. He leads the first lap from pole position. Eli Bright, Luke Rainey go to second and third. Luke first, second now as they go through 1 and 2. 3 wide behind them, Jake Richardson low on Charlebois and Jonathan Buford. Luke Rainey will grab second away as they enter turn number 3. Griffin Lynn, Luke Rainey first and second. Nathan Green now third. Green looks for a second on Luke. Luke won this race last season, has momentum on his side. Looking to make the chase this season. He'll fall back on the outside as Nathan Green and Jake Richardson move to the inside. Green now to second. Richardson up to third in the 39. Rainey back to fourth. Eli Bright in line in fifth. Nip DeLello looking for fifth. Caution flag is out for the first time. Kukulan has crashed with Yepez and Fitzwater. It's our first yellow flag, lap number 4. Lynn back in front. Jake Richardson second. Green will be third. It's our first of what could be many caution flags. Last season, this race had 6 yellows during this 75 lap event. We'll see if we either break that record or hopefully stay short of it. Caution flag in the air first time, lap number 4. Griffin Lynn out front. Let's happen. First caution flag. Kukulan, some others involved. This was a pretty big mess coming through turns 3 and 4. Code Luigi, the 42 behind Kukulan. He's going to make a 4 wide move to the middle. Michael Gregory and Yepez kind of push up. They're now 4 wide, making all sorts of contact off turn 4 down the front stretch. It hooks some cars together. Yepez spins around. Kukulan takes a hard shot to the inside. Gregory comes up, gets away from it. Fitzwater kind of slams on brakes, got some damage, but then gets low and gets by. So overall, 13-1, definitely the most damage. Some other cars, maybe some scrapes and donuts on their cars, but otherwise, good to go for everyone besides Yepez and Kukulan, as a daring 4 wide move goes wrong for Cole Luigi and the others involved. Kukulan definitely got the worst of that, the 13. Yepez definitely has some damage as well, the 1. Tough break for those 2 drivers who are running at the back already and then crash, making some big moves. Griffin Lynn not running out back. He's led every single lap so far from pole position, but now has a restart, some hungry drivers to deal with behind. Griffin Lynn leads the Sharpie Dirt 500 at Bristol under our first yellow flag. Green flag this time by in Bristol. Lap number 10 is we'll get the restart. Griffin Lynn in control still. Kukulan retires from the race, so he's done for the night. 42nd for the driver of the 13. 41 cars on the lead lap. Points are Max Rossi currently in the 15th position. He came in 5 points up on Fenway, and the 43 currently runs 25th. He came in 8 points up on Spraytube. He runs 29th. Those 3 under a blanket for the points lead. Currently, Griffin Lynn, Jake Richardson, Nathan Green, Luke Rainey, Zachary DeLello the top 5. Minnick, Bright, Charlebois, Jones, and Jeff Bright the top 10. Richardson stays with Lynn on the restart. Jake Richardson jumped to the inside. Contact! Almost spinning the 36. Hamill off pit road, so some issues on the 8 car. As they race off turn 4, Griffin Lynn keeps the lead. Jake Richardson second. Battle for third. Luke Rainey inside of Nathan Green. Up front again, battle for the lead. This time Richardson has nose to the inside to turn number 3. He's gonna have him. Jake Richardson out front in Bristol. New race leader on lap number 11. Our first lead change of the night. The 8 car of Hamill off pit road, so he'll go multiple laps down. Lynn not letting Jake get away. As DeLello drives in on Luke Rainey, looking for that spot as some cars come down pit road, maybe some penalties or something on the restart. Yeah, that's a lot of cars picked, so I'm wondering if there were some penalties. Back for the lead. Griffin not letting Jake Richardson get out front too far. 39 though, hung tough in the top of turn 2 and got back around. But Lynn's looking to fight to the inside here at some point. He's coming to the inside. How about Griffin Lynn fighting back? Griffin Lynn back out front now in Bristol. So he started on pole, let Richardson by for a few laps. Now 36 takes it right back. And DeLello's going to move through to second. So here comes Zachary DeLello. Haven't talked about much this season. He's diving into the inside, turn 3 for the lead. He's going to be there on turn 4, I think. Battle for 4th. Green looking back on Luke Rainey. So the 2 and the 20 trading positions back and forth. Brunswick, Luke's teammate, going to join that car battle, make it a 3-car race. And now Zachary DeLello to the front here in the Sharpie Dirt 500. Lynn back to second. Griffin running some fast lap times. DeLello running it in faster than 55. Luke will keep at Brunswick. Nathan Green, though, has rocketed to the top 4 and has joined a 4-car race for the lead. And now a 3-car battle for second. Jake Richardson looking back on Griffin Lynn. These two trading positions. Richardson dives in on Lynn, pushing off the racetrack. The third and can't complete the pass, though, to the inside. Back behind Anthony Fox, looking on the Penske Bros. Fox for 6th. He just got by Mick for 7th. He gets by Luke for 6th. And back up front again. Griffin Lynn back on DeLello. No one can get away from the race leaders. It's like he got out front. Maybe the balance of the car changes. It takes a little while to get used to, and no one's been able to get used to it so far. Lynn looking to get it on DeLello. Minnick has passed Luke Rainey's teammate for 7th, so move Luke all the way back to 8th in the running order. Anthony Fox coming forward, last season's champion, looking for his first ever Gatorade Cup Series win, looking for a top 5 on Anthony Charles right now. And Luke moving back by Brunswick for 7th. Back behind the William Bull, needs a great run here tonight. He's currently inside the top 10 and 9th, looking to get into the top 20. 2 wins this season will be a wild card spot. Third one needs to perform well and get a great point tonight here, moving into the final few races before we get to the chase. So we'll recap the cars that have fallen 1 lap down or more due to some issues. They're Carter Friesen, Brett Sierra, Tyler Fink, and Derek Hamill. Tough break for Tyler Fink and Carter Friesen. We're trying to make the chase. Fink currently inside the top 10 in points. Friesen trying to make it up there. It's going to hurt their chase chances for sure. Sierra already down at the bottom of the points. Same with Derek Hamill. Currently 37 cars on the lead lap. Last one being the one of Diego Yepes. While we were talking about that, Lynn closed down DeLello and Anthony Charles got by Nathan Green for 4th. That's good. But as the caution is out for the 2nd time, wondering who it is, it's Riley Spurlington and Brandon Beal. So Riley is not D enough to race this season. He's finished on the lead lap in every race. Involved in a crash here with some rear end damage on the 28 car, along with the 9 of Brandon Beal. Spurley came in 3rd in the points. Beal came in looking for a wild card spot. Both drivers involved in our 2nd caution flag with DeLello out in front. Let's see what happened to crash these two. This was a battle inside the top 20. Riley Spurlington did a great job coming from 41st starting position, moving up through the field. Brandon Beal of 9-2 is outside. That's the battle for 19th. And Spurlington drives in too hard, moves the 9 up the racetrack, spinning them around hard into the outside for both of them. Luckily, it's the rear end of the car, which you can kind of move that around, sometimes get faster. And since it's a short track, a dirt track even, at Bristol, damage isn't going to be too bad, especially if it's in the rear. Just a tough break. It's going to lose both those drivers' track position, especially a tough break for Brandon Beal, who was the one that got dumped. He didn't even have anything to do with it. Gave the 28 room, and Spurlington just kind of overdrove the corner and ran up into the wall. So tough break for Beal and Spurlington running inside the top 20 when that crash occurred. They'll go to the back of the field for the restart. Zachary DeLello back to the caution flag in front. The 55 car, an amazing battle for the front. He currently leads. Pulls there Griffin Lynn. When we come back green. Green flag this time by lap number 30. No cars DNF. We still have 37 on the lead lap. Zachary DeLello, Griffin Lynn, Jake Richardson, Anthony Charles, Nathan Green in the top 5. Fox, Luke Rainey, Minnick, Bullen, and Morgan are the front 10. back, Green and Bristol. Lynn stays with the 55 of DeLello. And Sharpie for third on Jake Richardson for the lead. Lynn on DeLello, contact again. 36 will save it. We stay Green. Sharpie third. Green now fourth. Jake Richardson all the way back to fifth. Fox still sixth. Luke Brady and Brunswick still battle for seventh and eighth. Minnick sideways off the corner. Sean Richardson and pit road to the 29th an issue. He'll drop a lap down. Fox will move to fifth. For second. Lynn fourth high and out of the groove. And Anthony Charles will move to P2. And Anthony Fox to fourth in the 88. Fox has slid in point to his top 10 early on the points. He's dropped down outside the top 10 now. Looking for some good runs here to get back into the chase. He barely made it last season, won the championship. Does he have that same magic this season? And does DeLello have the magic to stay ahead of Anthony Charles, the winner at Pocono earlier this season? Hungry for a win on the dirt at Bristol. So is Griffin and Anthony Fox. So has Fox been carving a path up to the front. Currently on the back bumper of Lynn for third, but goes wide. Nico Bell for fifth. Brunswick, last race winner at Charlotte, the Pepsi 600. Riding momentum for his first ever Gatorade Cup Series victory. Looking for more. Looking for a top 5 here in Bristol. And how about Roman Fenway, that 43? Came in 5 points off of the points lead that Max Rossi built up. Fenway now inside the top 10, the 43 up to 9th. And he's ahead of the A3 now of Max Rossi, who is back in the 30s. Yeah, Rossi run back to some cars that have wrecked or laps down. I mean, the A3's not a great day. He's back there with Riley Spurley-Tube, who might be just a little bit off the pace of the 28 car. There's Spurley just ahead of Brandon Beal. They're currently at the back of this field right with the 1 in some of them, so we'll see. DeLello the 55 out in front. Charles second. Anthony Fox moves around Griffin Lynn to get the third. Nathan Green currently inside the top 5. Steve Morgan under attack from Roman Fenway. The 43 looking to get back into the points with the top 10 result here tonight. Moving to 7th off Steve Morgan. How about Jake Galloway? He's into the mix inside the top 10. His teammate Trey Rain right behind him. Scott Gregory moving low. Scott and Bullen, who are on the inside right now. That 07 and 31, the two teammates. Both have 2 victories this season. Both are in wildcard contention. Scott Gregory inside the top 10, or excuse me, inside the top 20 in points after last race. Bullen has still not done that. They both need to be top 20 user wins as wildcard eligible. Currently battling right now for 9th on the racetrack. Bullen gets to 9th. Scott Gregory back to 10th as Trey Rain looks to try and pass as well. Anthony Charles DeLello side by side for the race lead in Bristol. I think Charles has it right here. New race leader, Anthony Charles out in front. So that 16 has moved up now into the race lead. DeLello looking back. Look at that running out on corner exit. The 55. There's a flyby. The top 10 and 15. And another flyby as they come down the front stretch. Just shows how fast it takes to get around this racetrack. 14-second lap times. DeLello back on Charles for the lead. Minnick for 5th on Griffin Lynn back there. 36. Our pulse here starting to fade back. DeLello to the front of Anthony Charles. They're roping Anthony Fox into this battle. The 88 car gaining. And there's Minnick to 5th. If a yellow flag comes by, he's in a good spot. Fenway passed by 2 of them right there. Back to 9th for the 43. Bullen to 8th. Morgan to 7th. Bullen for 7th on Morgan now. William Bullen starting to move forward up to P7. Could this be a points night to get him inside the top 20 and into wildcard contention? We're going to find out. Another driver needs to get up there in the points. Code Luigi bound with Jake Galloway. They're right now the bottom 2 winners in points. Code has 2 victories. Jake has 1. Code knows a top 20 in the points will get him into the wildcard spot. Looking for 14th on his buddy Jake. But right now, Code pretty far down in points. It would take perfect races, top 5s, top 3s, and wins to possibly get up there. I don't think it's in him right now to do it. Fox to P2 by Anthony Charles gaining on DeLello. Could this be Anthony Fox's first ever Gatorade Cup Series win? We're coming around to 25 to go in a few more laps. Bronson Mick and Griffin Lynn are not done battling. Minnick on the outside, Lynn on the inside. They are battling hard for this 5th spot. Back behind, I think Jake Richardson kind of slid off the corner and maybe lost some ground to the 07 of Scott Gregory. Oh, Fox right there. Great rotation through 1 and 2 as a run onto the 55. Down the back into turn 3. Can Fox get there as they come off the corner? Right on the back of that 55. DeLello trying to hold Fox off. That 88's looked pretty impressive this last run. But he got to the back of the 55, kind of stalled out in that dirty air. Can't really get by him. 25 laps to go in Bristol for Zachary DeLello, Anthony Fox in hot pursuit. Brandon Beal and Riley Spurgeon do 2-lap cars. That Spurgeon must be praying for yellow to come out. He's still completed every lap this season. If he goes a lap down, that will be ruined for the 28 driver. 24 laps remain. Fox trying anything to get to DeLello. He's looking right here off turn 2. Has a run now down the back. Anson Sharpie on third, also closes in. 3-car race for the lead. They catch Brandon Beal down the front stretch. Beal will move high, DeLello moves low. 55 is by the 9. 88's turn to get by the 9. He gets a little stuck right there. Oh, he got really stuck. The 55 is going to pull away a little right there. The 88 now to the inside of the 9. 22 to go. Riley Spurgeon next to be lapped by the 55 of DeLello. And it looks like the string of lead lap finishes for Riley Spurgeon will end here tonight in the Sharpie Dirt 500. He'll be lapped. 21 to go. The 55 body checks him though. Oh man, that could have been a crash right there. Spurgeon lets the 55 go. DeLello trying to get away from Anthony Fox and Anson and Charlebois. Now 20 to go for the 55 of DeLello. 88 gonna move to 28. That lost Anthony Fox more ground. Green spinning down the back. He got hit by Brandon Beal. Coming up, trying to merge back up. He's still 4th for now. And this battle for 5th is still raging on. Minnick and Lynn have not been able to get away from each other. And they are just still battling. Look at this, trying some slide jobs and stuff on each other. Lynn on the outside, Minnick on the inside. Bullen is watching 5th and 6th in front. Like, man, what are they doing? Bullen wants to get into this. He's wanting to get a piece of it. Still trying up here. Bullen for 6th on Lynn, looking for some more points. Every position matters for Bullen at this stage in the season. For DeLello, he's pulled away on the 88, but more lap traffic ahead. It's the 47 of Fitzwater, the 1 of Yepes, and the whole back of the field. And this could be interesting as well. They catch them. It's looked like the 55's though been a little bit better through this lap traffic. He got away from the 88 when passing the 28 and the 9. Fox looks a little bit better when there's no one to battle with. Lane got passed by Fenway for 7th, but now 36 getting that spot back as they catch the 9 of Brandon Beal this lap traffic. Bullen gets around in 6th position. As Minnick's going to have his sights on 4th place, Nathan Green, who got into the inside wall, if he has to go battle with the lap car of Brandon Beal. As you can see, DeLello, with no cars in front of him, has lost ground to the 88 Fox. 14 laps to go for Zachary DeLello. Anthony Fox, last season's champion, has never won a race on this channel in any series. Will that change? They're 3 wide in front of the race leaders. I mean, it's Michael Gregory, Sean Richardson, Brett Sierra. These drivers all going crazy here. I'm sure DeLello has to be a little bit scared seeing that. Green is moving around Riley Spurley too. Minnick is the next one up to move around. Lynn back on Bullen for 6th. 36 will get right back. 12 to go for our race leaders as Fox is catching DeLello, who is catching lap traffic. It's been a great race here tonight. We've seen very few cautions, only 2 of them, compared to last season 6. And we've seen lead change after lead change and leaders not being able to get away much. The final 10 laps next time by. Zachary DeLello, Anthony Fox, Anson Trump on 3rd, waiting, and maybe saving his tires. 10 to go, to the inside, and Fox is there. Down the back, Anthony Fox and DeLello. Anthony Fox to the inside. Last season's champion out in front of Bristol. What can DeLello do now? Fox is going to slide up in front of him and clear him. Now lap traffic for the 88 though, and the 55 can close back in it. Pulling to the back bumper. Sierra and Gregory are the next 2 to be caught. 8 laps to go. DeLello looking back on Fox. Right to the back bumper. He'll use that bumper for sure if he needs to. Sierra's going to be left, but Fox goes wide. DeLello to the inside. He's caught by the 99 now. 7 to go. DeLello trying to clear the 88 of Fox and get by Sierra the lap car. DeLello is by the 88. Fox going to go get by Sierra now. Diego Pez ahead of lap car. He'll go wide and get out of the way. 6 to go at Bristol. The leaders fighting lap traffic to try and win this race. Fox looking back now. He's going to dive into turn 3 to the inside of the 55. Now Fitzwater's ahead. The 47 a little bit slower. 5 to go. Yellow flag would end at Bristol. Anthony Fox back out in front now. And the 16's been caught by some lappers. I think that's his race done. Fox by the 47. DeLello needs to get by him and fast, coming to 4 to go. There's more lap traffic for the 88 ahead. 4 to go in Bristol. Michael Gregory goes Sean Richardson, the next to be caught. Can Fox get low and get by them? That's a champion in front of a champion right there. One's about to go lap down, though. The other is the one lapping him. 3 laps to go. As Fox moves around Michael Gregory, he's pulled away a little bit from the 55. Now Sean Richardson yields to the outside. Fox's teammate, the next to be caught for laps. 2 to go for Anthony Fox to win his first ever Gatorade Cup Series race. DeLello's charging. He's to the inside of the 33, looking to the inside of the 29. He's too far back. Eli to the outside, going to try and yield to his teammate. Here's the white flag in the last lap at Bristol. Anthony Fox. He's never won in the Gatorade Cup Series, but he won the championship last season. The streak is over. Anthony Fox and the 88 team to victory lane. They win the Bristol night race. What a win for the 88. Battling through lap traffic, down with the 55 at the end. Fox claims victory in the Bristol night race at the Bristol Motor Speedway. The Sharpie Dirt 500 is over. Anthony Fox has finally won a Gatorade Cup Series race. Let's go see the finish results and the point standings after Bristol. Here are the finish results from the Sharpie Dirt 500 at the Bristol Motor Speedway. 2 caution flags today for 10 laps. Definitely a lot better than what we saw last season. 6 caution flags. And we had 8 lead changes, 5 drivers lead the race here tonight. A very competitive Bristol race. Anthony Fox, battling through lap traffic at the end, leads 9 laps, gets the victory lane over Zachary DeLello, who dominated, leading 49 of the 75 laps, but DeLello has to settle for a 2nd place finish. So close, yet so far to victory. Maybe a few more laps if the 88 got caught up in lap traffic, the 55 could try to close. Anthony Trouble hung with the leaders, then faded back at the end. He ends up finishing 3rd, though. Nathan Green does hang on to finish in 4th. And how about Roman Fenway battling up to get 5th? He started 35th here tonight and moves him into the points lead by a big margin. 6th place finisher Bronson Mix. That's a great rebound after winning at the Charlotte Motor Speedway in the Pepsi 600. Definitely could move him into chase contention. 7th place William Bull did what he needed to do here tonight, trying to get points to get inside the top 20 in points. Steve Morgan 8th, Scott Gregory same story as Bullen in 9th, and Cole Luigi same story in 10th. I mean, it's not over for him yet. Griff Lynn from pole position led 12 laps but falls back to finish in 11th. Jacob Richardson led 3 of them in 12th. Jay Jefferson in 13th, Leon Capana 14th, Trey Rainey 15th. Then 16th place Anthony Hernandez, 17th to the 11 of Jake Galloway, 18th for Casey Nackel. Luke Rainey thought he'd do a lot better after starting 5th and winning this race last season. It never really was a factor. Got 19th and John Smith and 20th in the 00. A lot of cars a lap down at the end, as we'll look and see that 21st place goes to Levi Shones, Jeff Wright 22nd, Evan Hunter in 23rd, Soto 24th, and Burrell in 25th. Then 26th place goes to Jonathan Beeford, 27th Riley Sampson, 28th Jonathan Rains, TJ Lee 29th, and Max Rossi came in as the points leader, but he's the last car in the lead lap in 30th. 1 lap down, drivers that were lapped during the race. 31st to Eli Bright, 32nd Michael Gregory, 33rd Zachary Fitzwater Sr., 34th Diego Pez, and 35th Riley Spurley, 236 Brandon Beal all got lapped during the race. And a tough break for Riley Spurley to be completed every lap so far this season. He's now completed all but 1 lap here tonight at Bristol. He got lapped. 2 laps down, maybe caught because of some pit issues or pit penalties. Tyler Fink, Derek Hamill, Carter Friesen, Keyshawn Richardson, and Brett Sierra. Only car out of the race from the crash, Sebastian Kukulan in the 13. Let's now go see the point standings after the Sharpie Dirt 500 at Bristol. Here are the point standings, some shuffling around, and definitely going to get a lot of different winners these last few races, and it's going to move the points around, and Wildcard's about to move around a lot as well. Roman Fenway back in top of the points. He's 77 up on Max Rossi, who has fallen to 2nd. 3rd place, Riley Spurley to 100 back. 857 of 858 laps completed. He's now tied with Jonathan Beeford for the most of the season. Eli Bright still 4th in the 24, and 5th place to Jonathan Rains. Jay Jefferson is currently 6th. 7th place is Tyler Fink. 8th place Griffin Lynn. Jonathan Beeford 9th, and Anthony Trouble out of the 16 rounds out the top 10. Currently, I believe those top 4 in points definitely very safe. Obviously, Eli Bright is safe because he is in because of the All-Star win, but Riley Spurley tube 124 up on 4th place alone, and Rossi and Fenway pretty good up there, so they're pretty much safe to get into the chase, I believe, at this point. Drivers down here like Fink and Lynn and Buford and Charlebois, they're on the danger zone. Definitely could fall out at any moment if something happens. And how about the top 4 in points? All with 10 top 10s. 2 with 6 top 5s, and 2 with 5 top 5s. So they've been pretty consistent, those drivers, up at the front in the points. Currently 11th in points is Scott Gregory in the 07. 2 wins this season. Luke Rainey is currently 12th in points, Anthony Fox 13th, Freddie Soto 14th, and 15th place is Carter Friesen. Anthony Nez is currently 16th, Jeff Bright 17th, Leon Campana 18th, Nathan Green and John Smith 19th and 20th. 2 wildcard spots, Scott Gregory 2 wins and 11th in points, and Anthony Fox moves up with a win tonight into wildcard contention, 13th in points. He's the second wildcard spot, but it's very close for these spots. If Scott Gregory gets 7 more points than Anthony Charbois, he jumps in over the 16, puts the 16 out, and the 16 has 1 win. That's about between he and Fox and Soto and Jeff Bright and Leon Campana and Nathan Green. And oh, by the way, someone like the 20, the 44, the 5 could win another race, and they get inside the wildcard spot with 2 victories. And don't count out William Bolin. 7 points to get inside the top 20. Very, very doable for the 31 driver. If he gets in 2 wins, trumps 1 win, and then he's in the wildcard spot. Sampson no win in 22nd. He's not out of it. Brandon Beal and Bronson make 26th, 27th in points, both with a victory. They can try and get in. Cole Luigi, 33rd in points, 2 victories. He's going to need a lot to go his way, but the positions in front of him are pretty close together. I mean, it's single-digit points for, you can see 20th is 7 points up on Bolin, who's 2 points up, who's 3 points up, who's 4 up, who's 4 up, who's 2 up, who's 20 up, who's 2 up, 17, 6. So very, very close from about 20th to 30th in points. That could easily be one race. Someone could fall 20th to 30th just like that. Just as easy, someone could gain from 30th to 20th in points. So Luigi, it's not over quite yet for the 42. He needs a lot to go his way, though. He needs to be perfect these final 3 races before we get to the chase. And still down at the bottom, Pez, Hamill, and Sierra all finished terrible here tonight, and it shows they lost ground in points to Nanico and the others at the bottom of the points list. A crazy race here at Bristol leads into the final 3 races of the regular season, 3 races to make the chase, and the next one always a crazy one. We go to Iowa for the Lenovo 400. I will see you guys then.